we got a bunch of great questions for Joey today. And this first question comes to us from a very good friend of ours, and that is Catherine Parenteau.
Hi Eddie and Webby, hi Joey. I have a question for you. What event do you prefer the most? Men's singles, men's doubles, or mixed doubles?
Ooh, all right. Obviously, when I'm lucky enough to play with her, mixed doubles. No, I've been lucky enough to play with Catherine quite a bit. We kind of started together, so mixed doubles is always a lot of fun. I would say my favorite is men's doubles. Singles, I play it every once in a while. I'm going to slowly maybe not play as much as I have been. It is brutal. Previous year's U.S. Open, it was so hot, humid, it was torture. I ended up playing very well, but yeah, it was not fun.
This next question comes from somebody that I hear is a pretty decent pickleball player that might make a name for himself one of these days. Here's a question from somebody that goes by the name of Ben Johns.
Hey Joey, hey Eddie Webby. So I have a question for you, Joey. I'd like to know what sports other than tennis that you played as a kid and how far you went with them.
And also, can you sign my paddle?
All right, so the second question, I've already signed that paddle twice. And so for Ben, let's see, I played middle school football. I only played about a year of it, and then my mom hated every second of watching me play it. Obviously, I was in Texas. I kind of had to play at least a year of football. I enjoyed it. Law? I think so, yeah. So I enjoyed that quite a bit. I played basketball and baseball. And I played everything. I played basketball and baseball until I was in high school. Once I was in high school, I was doing already pretty good in tennis. I had a national ranking, all that good stuff, and decided to really just focus on that one sport, and that's what I played. Played tennis ever since.
So that question came from Ben Johns, and Ben is actually tuning in now, and he has a follow-up question for you. And he says, what's your favorite pickleball memory?
Ooh, favorite pickleball memory. Let's see. Actually, I would say one of them was playing with Ben at I guess it was our second U.S. Open, our first U.S. Open. It was his first U.S. Open and mine. Me and Catherine played him and Abby David in mixed age. It was funny because it was mixed age, and I want to say it was us two. So it was me and Catherine, Ben, Abby David. It was Matt and Lucy's first tournament ever. That was their first tournament, was that U.S. Open. And then Kyle played with, I want to say, Jen Lucor in that small little 19-plus age thing. So we played him there. After that, was able to ask him if he wanted to play the following year in men's doubles, because I figured out that he was pretty damn good already, and he was just starting and he was young. And we did really well. Got to beat Marson and Morgan for the bronze there, and that was a team. Those two guys were a team that I really kind of looked up to when I was first starting pickleball. I saw a lot of videos of Marson and Morgan playing, and beating everybody out there and stuff like that, having great results. So just to play them on that court, on that stadium court with all those people, and it's just a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that moment.
So this next question comes from a very talented and high-level pickleball trainer, and she's a good friend of Joey's. Here's a question from Karen Gysin.
Hi, Joey. Karen Gysin here, beautiful Auburn, California. I've got a question for you about communication. Oh my God, look who's here, the king of communication.
Hi, Joey. Doug Koch, and hope you're doing well. And we'll go back to Karen for a communication question.
Hi, Joey, again. My question is, if you feel communication is important, and why on the court, because most sports it's very important, aside from golf, tennis, individual sports, I feel team sport is very important to communicate with your partner. Do you agree? And why? Or if not, why? Thanks, Joey. Hope you're doing well. Say hi to your lovely wife. Have a good summer. Bye.
Of course, communication is huge in pickleball. It is. That's why you see a lot, especially on the pro side, these last maybe 2 years, you're seeing more and more pairs stick together throughout the year than we have in years past, where it used to kind of everyone mix up every tournament. You'd see, this person playing with the new person pretty frequently. Not anymore. Some of the smaller ones you might see that, but all the majors, these bigger PPAs and APPs, stuff like that, you're going to see a lot of more of the same teams, whether it's mixed, men's, women's doubles. Because of that communication, you start figuring out, how the other players play, how they like to play, how we mix together. What are my strengths and their strengths? Do we, when I do this, does he do that? Things like that. And then just the talking wise, it gets more and more comfortable talking to each other the more you get to play with each other, which is always nice.
This next question comes from another person that some would say is pretty good at pickleball, and that is the one and only Kyle Yates.
Joey, what's up, man? So I hear you're moving to Florida soon. Does that mean you're finally going to show me your sick tricks on a surfboard? I hope so. Stay safe. See you soon.
Oh man, yeah. Hopefully, he'll have to come to my side on my coast over there. That might be a little bit better than the Gulf Coast to catch some waves. But yeah, I'll be coming to Florida soon, like I said earlier, and I used to surf quite a bit when I was younger. I guess that was another sport. I didn't compete or anything, so it didn't really seem like a sport to me. It was more of a hobby, and I grew up in Corpus Christi, Texas. So right on the beach, and yeah, I surfed all through even some of college. When I would come home, I surfed quite a bit, and yeah, it's been years since I've been back on a board for more than an hour, and yeah, I'm excited to finally be at a place where I can hopefully pick up that hobby again.
This next question comes from one of our all-time favorites in the world of pickleball. Here's a question from none other than Simone Jardim.
Hey Joey, how are you doing? Can't wait for you to move down here. But anyhow, what are you looking most forward to? The humidity of Florida or spending some time with your best buds? All right, see you soon.
Well, obviously spending times with my best buds, it's going to be great for my pickleball. There's so many people just throughout that area, whether it's the waters, we have Simone, Kyle, there's just some Martinez down in Miami. Yeah, there's just so many players out there. I want to say like Eden, obviously, and Andre are going to be pretty close to me. Regina Franco, I've seen her out there quite a bit now. Yeah, I'm excited about that, getting to play with a bunch of those great players. The humidity, I love humidity. I grew up in it. Corpus Christi, Texas is pretty darn humid itself. So yeah, that's something I'm no stranger to, and I usually enjoy that a little bit more than the dry heat. So yeah.
The next question comes from a fellow Michigander and great pickleball player and pickleball instructor. This one is from DJ Howard.
Hey guys, I'm big on encouragement. My question for Joey is, who has encouraged you most on your journey to becoming a top player?
I would say my wife, Tony, has done quite a bit for it. She's, been the one to kind of push me to travel a little bit more, even some of the times I couldn't travel with her. She's been, she's the one that kind of puts order into all this, sets up a lot of the stuff for me. Yeah, without her, I don't know if I would have been as successful as quickly. She's been great. Obviously, when I first started, it was a guy named Dan O'Toole kind of started me out there, and DJ Howard was right there with me. We both worked together. our first U.S. Open. We played I think it was the first time that they had the pro division where if you won your first match, you went to the main draw of pro. If you lost your first match, you went to the main draw of 5-0. And our first big match ever, we lost to Matt Staub and Robert Elliott. That was our first round to get in. Lost to them, and then we went into the 5-0 bracket and won it. And it was great because I want to say we won some money, which was nice for that our first big tournament, and it was more than what like fourth or fifth for the pros got, because they got nothing. I want to say it was Brian Ashworth that I was talking to that he spent all this time working his ass off to get fourth or third. I came at fourth, I think, and he got either the same or no money compared to the first place for the one of the guys that I had lost already. I'd lost and went to the back draw, but that was fun, and those guys have always kind of helped me along, and anytime I need encouragement, and those are two that I can definitely go to.
Here's a question from the one and only Irina Tereschenko.
What up, Eddie and Webby? What up, Joey? Irina Tereschenko is here, your Sick Tricks teammate. I don't know if you remember, but a few years ago, we rode in the car together with Tony and Sean Rickard from Tucson to Palm Springs to compete in Pickleball Nationals. And what we did the entire time for about 6 hours, there and back, is we played this game where you have to play the song and try to name it as fast as possible. So what I vividly remember is losing every single round. Well, maybe with the exception of Eastern European techno category, I'm pretty sure I aced that one, because you were guessing all the songs within 5 seconds or less from the beginning. So my question to you is, how did you get so good at knowing so many different songs across different genres and guessing them? And also, maybe you can name a couple of jams that get you really pumped up before a pickleball match. Thank you. Bye.
Nice. Great question.
Yeah. So on the road, as much as we are, obviously, we come up with a bunch of ways to try to pass the time, whether it's listening to different podcasts, listening to a bunch of different music, audiobooks. We do audiobooks a lot. And then that game where we basically pick a random genre of music or a mix of music, click play, and first person to guess it gets the point. And my wife, Tony, is freakishly good at it. So by getting beat down month after month in this game, I slowly started learning and remembering and doing that with music. So yeah, for her genres and stuff like that, which is a vast majority of them, she usually beats me pretty good. But yeah, I knew a lot of music and stuff because of growing up. My dad listened to a bunch of different genres of music, everywhere from old classic rock to Motown to a lot of different Spanish music. And then when I was, I want to say maybe early 20s, I was a DJ. Me and my friends were DJs. I had two other friends of mine. We ended up going in together, bought a DJ set, and did everywhere from like weddings. One of my buddies was a high school math teacher. So we got a contract with that school district, the small school district in Port Aransas, Texas, and did, their middle school dances, their high school prom. We did some different clubs. We did a couple different city events. I remember doing one called Bark in the Park, which was like a Halloween dog show. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, I got to learn a lot of music that way too.
Nice.
Let's see. Music that gets me pumped up before pickleball. There's a lot. There's a certain playlist that I listen to that Sean and Irina's helped me on some. So let me see. Actually, I have some of these songs on this playlist, and I got to remember some of them.
Irina and Sean helped you put this together?
Yeah. So basically, throughout our tournaments, morning of around 7:30 a.m., one of us usually sends a mass text to a group of us with the song of the day or something like that. And They range from, we've had songs for Deckel with some just like Israeli techno that just randomly pop up, all the way to we listen to a lot of Alanis Morissette before we play. Just so many. So probably for me personally, get pumped up. 50 Cent, Many Men was one of them. Anything Eminem, obviously, be good to start your day with if you're looking at that. I listen to different Spanish music. So anywhere, I forgot the names. There's like Raycon and Nicky Jam and J Balvin, and some of those kind of Spanish artists, stuff like that. So yeah, those are some of the artists and music that I kind of listen to before I start the day.
So Irina mentioned Sean Rickard in her video, and we actually just so happen to have a question here from the man himself, Mr. Sean Rickard.
Joey Farias, what's up, buddy? It's your boy Sean Rickard from Tucson. I got 3 questions for you. Number 1, who is your favorite pop diva, and why do you love her so much? Number 2, do you have any poker tells, like any giveaways when you're trying to be deceitful? And number 3, tell us about your biggest comeback in a pickleball tournament. All right, later, man.
Let me break it down for you just so you don't forget what he asked. So number 1, who is your favorite pop diva, and why do you love her so much?
Ooh, pop diva. Celine Dion is my favorite. I don't know what it is. It is just, every song she sings is just gorgeous, beautiful. Yeah, Celine Dion is my favorite. What was the question 2?
Question 2 was, do you have any poker tells, something that gives away when you're trying to be deceitful?
Oh man, so we were playing this game where we were out at a pickleball tournament. I want to say it was in California. So Curtis Campbell brought this game out, and it was something about being spies and trying to figure out as a group who the spies are. So obviously I'm the spy this time, and we had to like cover our eyes. If you're a spy, you look at your card or something, I can't remember. But basically when everyone opened their eyes, you all look around and try to figure out and ask questions, stuff like that. Well, once they opened their eyes, my wife instantly knew it was me somehow. I had no clue how she knew. And she goes, "It's Joey," and just yells it out. And then, Sean asks, "Why the hell do you think it's Joey?" And he goes, he has this tell every once in a while that he'll start bobbing. He'll start doing this and like pointing his finger. But obviously I didn't point my finger that time. So I was sitting down and I was probably doing that. And she knew, and she did this reenactment like, "All right, guys, I'm not a spy. No one can tell I'm a spy. You're good, Joey." And it was, everyone dying laughing. And ever since then, just randomly I'll see people kind of looking at me and just going, "All right, you're a spy." So Sean loved that moment, and that's a good one. So that is my tell, kind of rock back and forth a little bit, and
Nice.
so that was the tell. And then let's see, number 3 was the biggest comeback. It's a great question because it was with Sean Rickard. It was he was sandbagging. He played 4-0 at a Southwest Regionals. He played 4-0 singles and won it, played 4-0 mixed and won it, and then played 5-0 doubles with me. That was our first tournament that we kind of played together. I just moved to Tucson a couple months prior, and he was one of the better players, younger players out there. And great story was, I went out, finally met him, played some pickleball with him, and rather than getting discouraged or getting upset, he came up to me right after and asked, "Hey, can you show me how to play pickleball?" And ever since then we started drilling a bunch, stuff like that, and he picked it up really, really quick. So I told him, "Let's play this tournament together." So we played Southwest Regionals. It was our first one, or my first Southwest Regionals, and we're down. We go through the whole bracket into the winners bracket finals, doing great. We get destroyed in the winners bracket finals, the first 2 out of 3. And then we go down 14-2 in the final game to 15. And then Sean, I don't know what he does, but he just locks it up, and we ended up coming back and winning 16-14 and winning the gold medal there. So that was my biggest comeback, and a pretty big moment there for us, in a gold medal match, being able to come back in that final game to 15 from 14-2 down. And we had a little thanks to Yoda. He was our line judge in the back corner, and there was a ball that they drove, and it hit the net, went between us, and as I look back, I see it landing. I don't see it, so I was getting ready to just call it in. I even put my head down, I'm pretty sure, and Sean puts his hands on his head or something, and then all of a sudden we just hear an out call from the line judge, and we were just like, holy crap, we have a shot. And yeah, we made our run.
This next question is from another great friend of ours, and that is the very talented Michelle Esquivel.
Hey Joey, how's it going? I know you love going to karaoke bars because we've gone to several. I just wanted to know, what's your favorite karaoke song to sing, and if you could give us a little taste of what that sounds like. Hope you're doing good.
Jeez. Yeah, we've definitely done our karaoke. We went to one in Hawaii where we were all staying together, and then TOC, that's kind of a tradition. There's only one bar in town in Brigham, and happens to be a little karaoke bar, so we go there quite a bit during that tournament. At least every year we go once. So we do enjoy, my wife and I do enjoy going to karaoke quite a bit. It's a lot of fun. Favorite song to sing? Jeez. I would say Frank Sinatra, My Way. It's a different thing at a karaoke bar to go and do that. So if you guys, any of the viewers ever want to see me sing that, they can take me to a karaoke bar, and I'd be more than happy to.
Right.
Let's do it.
This next question comes from somebody who actually hijacked our show during last year's Beer City Open. Here's a question from Rob Cassidy.
Hey, Eddie and Webby. Hey, Joey Farias. Rob Cassidy here, first-time caller, long-time fan. Joey, my pro-to-pro question for you is, you are very well known in this game for playing with a good composure. What are some tips that you might have for other players aspiring to be stoic and having that good composure on the court like you?
Nice, great question.
I would say my composure, a lot of it comes from tennis. Just like years and years of playing tennis, and then especially towards the end trying to play at such a high level, where when I was first starting pickleball, I saw it as this fun activity that I was doing and just happened to be pretty good at. So literally almost every moment I'm out there, I'm just having so much fun, whether I'm losing points or winning points. Obviously it's more fun winning more points than losing, but that is kind of one thing where I tried so hard in tennis to basically just control the things that I could control, which was obviously the way I acted, my composure, what shots I hit. If my opponent hit a good shot, I'm going to tell him good shot. I'm not going to get upset about it. That means that either I made a bad decision or they just hit a better shot than that I couldn't get back. I try not to let small things get to me, like net courts or wind or stuff like that. That some of these other players or other people get to thinking about too much, which can affect even their overall game because of that. So I try to let those go.
So this next question is actually our final question of the Pros Asking Pros Questions segment, and it comes from somebody that you have had some success with on the pickleball court. Here's a question from Riley Newman.
Hey Joey, hope all is well with you. One of my favorite tournaments of 2019 was teaming up together for the Las Vegas Open, where we took gold. I'm sure a lot of people would love to know, how did you celebrate the big win? See you in Vail, Colorado for round 2.
Oh man. That tournament was a lot of fun. It was, just came out just playing lights out that whole day. It was funny because I had a little bit of a neck injury going in where I couldn't turn my head all the way towards the right. So I was a little concerned, worried. Simone came out with this CBD balm. I think Frontier Jackson came and put it on my neck, and it was perfect. I was feeling much, much better. And then throughout the matches, she would ask me if I was feeling good and would come and put some more. And it ended up helping out quite a bit. Obviously, we ended up winning, not dropping a match, which was nice. And the celebration, let me think, we went out to dinner with a group of the pickleballers, and then I made some more money playing blackjack basically all night, I want to say. No, not all night, because I played the next day. I played blackjack till probably about 1 or 2 in the morning, and then went to bed, and then was having to play indoors mix the following day because of weather, which is a little bit of a bummer, but still such a fun and great tournament.
Speaking of winning gold with Riley at the Las Vegas Open, we actually have a video clip from after the gold medal match ended that we'd like to play right now.
You guys have potato gardens. Tell us that now. That is our favorite food, so let me tell you why. So I think I probably forgot. I don't know when that was. Yeah, waffles aren't bad for me. Spicy beans are money, boy. Lower your volume for nefarious, swollen punks. You better bow down.
Oh, that was great.
Pickleball addicting and fun, that's no joke. Pickleball and it's not just for old folks.